Hey, it's Jeff Chubb with the Chubb Homes team at eXp Realty. Are you looking to grow your business next year? Then bulletproof your chances for success with the Yearly Agent Business Plan. I can't even begin to tell you how important it is. Now, it's relevant whether you're one of those single agents, a team leader, or maybe even on a team, whether you're a brand new agent or you're a 20-year seasoned vet, then this is actually something for you. Now, most every business, they start with a business plan. Well, I should say most successful businesses start with that business plan. What's interesting, though, is that most agents, well, first off, they don't look at it as a business, but they also never actually start with their own business plan. But that doesn't matter, because the good news is that it's never too late to start. So you might as well start today in this year. Now, I know a lot of successful agents around the country. Quite frankly, most of them are a lot more successful than I am. And you know what one similarity is between all of them? Every single year, they always put together a business plan for their business for the next year. If you're looking to grow your business next year, then you should do it as well. And it doesn't have to be pretty. I mean, here's a draft of mine. It's just a bunch of pieces of paper, pen and paper, some of it written on the back, right? I mean, it's not much here. This is what my first draft is. And ultimately, it's just taking these thoughts and putting them in a Word document so that way I can check in on my progress each and every single month. But the initial step is literally you, your thoughts, your goals, and a pen and some paper. So what are some things you should be considering and planning for? Well, it really all starts with how much are you looking to earn next year? Now, you want to figure out the average goal commission for next year. So, maybe it's increasing your average sales price from $400,000 to $500,000. I don't know. But you want to take that number and you want to divide it by your goal number of how much you're looking to earn. So when you do that, that's your transaction goal for next year. And that's an important number because ultimately that's the number we're going to base pretty much everything else off of. If you're a team, then you may have some additional calculations to make. For example, if you're in production, then how much of that goal number there is actually going to be you versus how much is going to be your team members. Now that you have that number of transactions, this is really great. It's time to actually start figuring out what marketing avenues will those transactions actually come from. Now, one of the best things that you can do is actually look at your prior year and see how many deals actually came from each marketing source. And this is something that you should definitely be keeping track of. I mean, I personally keep track of mine on Google Sheets. I'm pretty old school. That's really all you need. So what are some of the lead sources to think about? How about your SOI? Maybe your past clients, your referrals from your past clients, and referrals from your SOI. Referrals from agents, referrals from company referral sources like, I don't know, Ojo. Maybe portal leads like Zillow or Realtor.com, or internet leads like pay-per-click or Facebook. Quite frankly, it's kind of limitless on how you grow your business. But what's cool here is there is no wrong answer to what you utilize for your resources, provided that they work, of course. Now, maybe you're an open house queen. Then maybe that's where you're going to grow your business. Or maybe you can work that sphere of influence like no other. You're the king of SOI. Well, then that's really great as well. But start writing your goal numbers down for each one of these. Because if you're looking to grow in your earnings, then you're actually going to need to grow in these lead sources as well. So keep that in mind, because that is actually going to be the next step of the business plan. Okay, now is the time to start actually planning for how you're going to grow those additional lead sources. Maybe you're looking to increase your sphere of influence as an example. Okay, well, what are you going to do to get this increase in the amount of sales you're going to have? Maybe you're going to start doing monthly mailers, or maybe you're going to start calling quarterly on the phone. This is the planning portion of your yearly business plan. This is the most important part. Maybe you're going to start adding Facebook and PPC leads into your marketing mix. Well, if that's the case, then it's not only about how to do it, which quite frankly, that's the easy part, by the way, but plugging together and putting together a plan on how you're actually going to follow up with those leads, and maybe getting something, maybe some additional training on how to be successful at that lead source, because it can get expensive if you're not going to close those leads. This is where you need to dig deep. This is where the successful become more successful. Now, I know teams that will actually take their leadership off-site for a week to go through this and develop all of this out. That is how important all this is. What will your business look like at the end of the year? Will you have added some employees? Well, that would go in your business plan. Is your goal to add some additional agents to start forming a team? Oh, that would be in your business plan. Maybe a transaction coordinator to free up some additional time so that way you can put it towards business growth activities. Again, in your business plan. Now, my business plan goes as deep as to how many leads I need to purchase on a monthly basis to make the goal that I have a reality. I've also added weekly and even monthly activities into my calendar that are designed to work on the areas that I've personally identified as the areas where I want to grow. For example, I'd like to grow my team next year, so I have a 30-minute time block added into my calendar on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This is the time that I'm going to take in order to work on this part of my business plan. Now, where so many people go wrong is that they throw this together and then they print it off and then they put it in their desk drawer and then they don't review it again until next year. Just making it, it's not going to put you on track for success. You have to follow it. You have to check in on your progress and make adjustments if you fall behind. Maybe those adjustments are to plan to achieve the goal and just different adjustments on how to get there. You figured out something that didn't work, or maybe the adjustment is in the goal itself. Now, I personally do a monthly check-in with my wife. At the end of each month, I sit down with her and give her an update on the company, its goals, and, well, where we are. What does this do? Well, first off, it lets her know what's going on in the business. And it holds me actually accountable to one of the most important people, and quite frankly, the person that I do all this for. Are you confused? Do you have any questions? Want to talk about your goals? Then reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you. You can find all my information in the description below. Again, it's Jeff Chubb with the Chubb Homes team of eXp Realty. Make next year an awesome year.